Yo, what's good, chat? Yeah, what's good, chat? Yeah, there's chef in, whipping in the kitchen. Kishon. Oh, I can't spell. Who thought of the word kitchen? It's a funny word. Yeah. What's good, chat? Yeah. You know what time it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Swing. Yup. Just got back from making some money moves. You know what I mean? Cause, every day, you got a business, you gotta do something, right? Can't have a business and not do anything. You might as well work for corporate America. You might as well not care about your life. I don't know. That's how I look at it. Got the yummies. Got the yummies. You know what I mean? So tonight, we're making some making that stir fry, boy. Got that beef stew meat. Know what I mean? Veggies. And we got the rice in the pot, dog. You know what I mean? Rice in the. I'm whipping with this. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta cut up the veggies first. I like to cut the veggies up first. Saute them joints, then put the meat on there. So the meat's just sitting right now. Nothing too crazy, right? You have reached your stand goal for the day. Yeah. Stuff. Now this one is dumb soft. I'm like, how do you know an onion's bad? It's been in the refrigerator for dumb long. Does anybody know, chat? So I don't want to contaminate this knife. Imagine you cut it and it's like yellow. This is yellow. Does this look clean? Oh no. Let me check. Like I'm chat. Do you want your stomach to hurt at night? No. So why would you want my stomach to hurt at night? See how foul that is? Thought we was friends. You're telling me otherwise. Let's ask the chat to the GPT. Is this onion bad? Analyzing image. No, the onion does not look bad. What I see is strong red is normal. You should only toss it if you notice sour, rotten. Oh, it smells good to me. Hey, see? That's why you gotta check, chat. Always check. What is that? It's like a flurry, but it looked like a. That was weird. Alright, so cut that bad boy out. I still don't like the yellow part though. The yellow part's kind of scaring me, just a tad. So why is it yellow? Why is it yellow, dog? You know what I mean? So let me open these up. You really could put these in the bag, but we like that stuff fresh. You know what I mean? We're gonna put them in the air fryer and do that thing. Do that thing. Shoot that thing up. Mommy, make it. No. Oh, that's a lot of broccoli. Go ahead, son. Nah. Toot that thing up. Mommy, make it roll. If you pop, plop, drop it, man. Baby girl, let it show. Try pop it like, pop, drop it like, pop, drop it like, hey, pop, drop it like, hey. That's nice, guys. Do that thing up. Mommy, make it roll. If you pop, pop, rock it. Baby, let it go, let it show. I don't even know the lyrics for real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sheesh. I ain't a little spicy, dog. Pop like it, drop it. Pop like it, drop it. Pop like it, drop it. But nah, how's everyone's day going? I smell that rice cooking. You do your thing back there, boy. You do your thing back there, boy. Yeah. You cook for me. No, I'm just dumb happy, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. You ever just feel so happy, content with yourself, that you just gotta spread joy and love? Now, if you're about to say no, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out, okay? You should be feeling great about yourself. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get some headroom on there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let's get some headroom. So when I come in, so my head isn't out the frame. But you know what I mean? You should. That's how you should feel, Chad, every day. No matter what, you should feel accomplished, like you achieved something. You should feel like your life can change tomorrow. So serious, because it can. Oh, what's that? You like my hair? Oh, thanks. I got a haircut. How'd you know? How'd you know? How'd you know? Oh, you're a good friend. You're a good friend. I can't even lie. Good friend. Oh, is that what we doing, Rice? Is that what we doing, Rice? Hold on. Hey. What do you want? You never do this. You need to relax. You don't let that go. There's really smoke coming out. I know there's smoke coming out, dude. I ate, bro. Let it be. It's good. Might be good for you. I don't know. Pop like it, drop it. Pop like it. She tightened a little bit. You tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so chat. Why is everybody watching this show Nemesis? Granted, I've seen it already. Trash. Okay. It's not trash. I think the storyline is good, but the actors. Jesus. What are we doing here, huh? How are you gonna pull the man off of Abbott, who's the IT dude, and make him a Shamar from SWAT? How you gonna make him a Hondo? That man don't like no Hondo. You know what I mean? He don't. You making him act like Hondo, which is crazy. But even Hondo don't even act like that, actually. So give him his own, you know what I mean, name. Cause Hondo, that's a G. That's a real G. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all watch SWAT? You know Hondo's a G. He do anything for his squad. He go down for the tribe. He don't care. And he a black man in South LA. Come on now. And he the chief, the captain now. You know what I mean? That man do his due diligence on the field. And when people act up, he get in the field and get real. You know what I'm saying? And when he got beef, he get real. Cause he's just a real, you know what I'm saying? Real guy. A real serviceman. Through and throughout. I mean, I had a good day today, chat. Hope everyone in the world had a good day today. I hope you found something new about yourself you didn't know yesterday, and I hope you figure out something new tomorrow. That's all. That's all it is, chat. That's all it is. You figure new things out every day about yourself, and you conquer life. You just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. I got cookies in here? Yeah. Who don't like a good cookie? I mean, who don't like a good cookie? Bad. Yo, you just like spat everywhere, bruh. I hope you know that. I've never had this happen before. Some new type of rice? Who bought me this rice? You don't have to have a talk. Because what in the world? All right. Let me, oil up the pan, boy. Oil up the pan, boy. Yes, sirree. Shit. Oil up the pan. All right, chat. Tonight, this is actually perfect because last night at we had a business meeting, and at the end of the night we had like just a chill. You know how you do business, and then everyone's like, "All right, business is over. Let's just chill and just talk." That's what it was. It was just a chill and talk situation, and lovely mentor Candace Winston. You know, she would spin some gems. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. She would spin some gems. Oh, you getting sticky, boy. Hold on now. Dang, this is like one. I don't got no leftovers, chat. This is about to be gone. Oh, it's on warm? Bet that. Take it off when it's on warm, because really it just keeps cooking. You don't know that. It just keeps cooking. But yeah, great mentor, Candace Winston, was explaining about habits, changing your habits. And this is perfect. This is literally what I want to talk about, is changing your habits, being different, you know? What are you going to do tomorrow that doesn't qualify you as the same person you did as yesterday, you know? Or you know you got to put the soy in, but you don't cook if you don't got this, baby. I'm not going to lie. So don't ask me what it is, because you ain't getting the recipe. But look, like I said, you gotta really. Oh, let me hold on. That's sweet. You don't cook if you don't got this, baby. It's stir fry night. What you think we doing? Playing with hot sauce? No, sirree. About to get to it expeditiously. You know what I mean? Shout out to one viewer. Shout out. More to come. You know what I mean? But yeah, so she was spitting bars. Like, that is a woman with vision and consistent vision. You know what I mean? She literally she pours a lot into everyone. Because she herself got poured into. Imagine you get poured into because you want to help people. Like, your goal is to help people, so you get yourself to be poured into, and then you pour into others. That's the best part about, networking. It's the best part about meeting people, having friends, having relationships. People can pour into you at any time. Anytime. And it's really up to you to accept it or not accept it, you know? Everything's what you make it. So let's make it rock, you know what I mean? Hannah Montana, she wasn't lying. Now, was she really herself? No. But she wasn't lying about what she was singing though. She was dead ass, you know what I'm saying? She was dead ass. Like, she really thought she was both people and she was living both lives the way she wanted. I'm just saying, that's real. Now, does she want to be one person instead of the other? Yeah. Does anybody want to do that once they really figure out what life they want to live? Of course. So, I mean, she's not wrong for saying that. Actually, it's the truth. There's a method to the madness. People don't understand the madness, so they don't understand the method. They're scared of the madness, actually, so they don't want to understand the method. But imagine one day you wake up and you know what you're doing and how you living is nothing like you want to live. You don't see yourself living any type of way that you truly want to live. What you gonna do? You gonna pick up your pants and just keep going? Or you gonna pick up your pants and stop? You know? You gonna stop yourself in the middle of you doing all things that you know you shouldn't be doing and talk to yourself. Explain what you want out of life and what habits you're doing. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What environment are you in? You know? That's the number one thing. That's the number one thing when it comes to habits. Being in the right environment for the habits, you know? You have to understand where you want to grow and how you want to grow and who you want to grow with. Plain and simple. There's nothing else that you could really think about when you're trying to think of your goals and yourself. Who you surround yourself with and how they will make you better. I surround myself with champions every day. You know why? Champions play hurt. Write that down. Yeah, we doing lessons today. Lesson plan. Champions play hurt. What champion? And before you, what are you talking about? What champion do you know didn't play hurt? And got a medal. Now you was a champion on the team. Maybe you wasn't on the team, or you was on the team, just got the jersey on. I'm talking about the man who been playing all year. Got a broken pinky. I mean, his girlfriend left him. Had a couple deaths in the family. And he twisted his ankle. Last week of the game. Last game of the season. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? You going to just sit on the bench, championship game, watching everybody else go play the sport that you've been dying for your whole life? Or you gonna pick your pants up and go full head, not feet first, head first. Because if you go with your mind, you go with your vision. I'm just being honest. Your mind drives the spirit. The spirit drives the mind. They're both connected. It's all connected. If you feel like something not working out, you figure out what's not connecting you to that. You figure out what's not connecting. It's all connected. It's literally all connected. It's all connected. It's literally all connected. I'm just being super duper frank. It's all connected, okay? It's all connected, right? It's all connected. So there's nothing that you could really say, you know, to make me think otherwise. I'm just being honest. There's nothing you could say. Nothing. Nothing you can say otherwise. Just tell me that it's not all connected. I know it's all connected. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? You know what I'm saying? It's all connected. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. See, I like to season it up in here a little bit. I was gonna put some soy sauce in this joint too, but is that crazy? It's okay. Get a little warm, man. You get a little warm in the kitchen. Shot a haircut, but I don't want to mess it up. It's okay. I'm gonna take a shower. Yeah. Oh. Oh. It's dark. Oh. Sheesh. Young nigga, preach. 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 Young nigga, preach. I'm in Miami. I done been sipping the quarter. She wanna hear. I know y'all remember that song? That was a bop. I'm in Miami. I done been sipping the quarter. I don't know the rest of it. You know, I had to throw away a spatula. It was foul, chat. But it was wood though, so you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I could get another one if I really want to. But it was my only spatula. But yeah. Oh. Gotta marinate the meat now. But back to what I was saying, right? Changing habits. What do you do in your day to day to make you understand your goal for next week, tomorrow, next month, next year? Everybody got goals, visions, dreams. What are you doing to help yourself be established through those? You know? What are you really doing? Because I'll tell you what I'm doing. I go to work. No, for one. I'm sorry, Lord. I wake up and thank the Lord every single day for every second for all of my breath in my body. For one. Then I go to the bathroom, right? And even that. You know, a lot of people just automatically touch their phone when they wake up. I don't do none of that. That joint is still sitting on the charger. All I say is, Siri, play my gospel music. Siri, play this song. Siri, play some instrument. You know what I'm saying? Anything. All right, Siri, calm down. She's ready. She's on point. She already know. You know what I mean? She already know what we doing. So, don't ever think I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Think about that. Think about that, big dog. You over here trying to play in my face. Talking about you doing things that you need to do to help yourself. What are you actually doing? I don't believe you're doing nothing. You're just talking about something that you think is going to happen to you without doing anything. Now that's tough. That's tough. Like, what? Get out of here with that, boy. We ain't gonna make it in this field. They'll chew you up and spit you out. And say, well, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill, bro. You don't want that. You don't want that on your conscience. You don't want that on your conscience. No, funny. It's a dark world out here. The more you continue to be sucked in by the outside and TikTok and your friends who don't have a degree or don't have a serious job or got a baby mama and don't want to take care of it. What are we listening for? I'm just being honest. What are we listening for? What are they going to do for me tomorrow that they haven't done for themselves yesterday? Write that down. For people who think they know everything, right? Say you want to join a business and you a little skeptical, right? Just a little bit. It's not crazy. Just a little bit skeptical. What is your homeboy going to do for you within that business? Because he's not trying to join, you are. What is he going to do for you to help you understand that thought process in the business? When he don't even know what you're trying to join. He ain't even got a job. And he over there just pissing on your dreams. Right? Just, figuratively speaking. Because any person who doesn't fully understand you will piss on anything you have going on or want to not help you grow just because they don't see the value. But it's not their value to see. It's yours. It's literally your value. You know what I'm saying? You're the only one trying to figure this thing out. You're the only one you're the only one whose family you're gonna have to support for. Your man's not gonna come to your house every day and cook dinner for you. Oh, see, look, what are we doing? Nah, I gotta wash you, bro. It's crazy. This is why we gotta wash stuff, chat. We washing this all after. But look, your man's not your good man's not gonna come over there and cook dinner for you and your wife. He's not gonna take your kids to school. Now, you might have friends like that. You really might. You know, you really might. But everybody gotta do something for themselves. Everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta get up. Everybody gotta make a way. So what are you like? You know what I mean? What is the real thing about like that? That's just, they're not trying to let you outgrow your life. Not your life, but your old life, which you're not trying to be. They're not letting you outgrow your old life. They're letting you stay in the now. You know, letting you stay in your thoughts, stay thinking, stay negative and not positive. That's literally what it's called. People are letting you stay negative, not being positive. I would never surround myself with people like that. Never. Now, does everyone have opinions? Yes. But does everybody know what's good for you? No. Just like they say, all money ain't good money. All friends ain't good friends. I'm just being honest. Some of y'all just got friends that you go to the club with, and that's it. Some of y'all just got friends you go get drinks with, and that's it. Some of y'all just got friends that you smoke with, and that's it. Some of y'all got friends that just use you for a ride. Just use you for food. Just use you for money. You got some friends who just use you for sex. I'm just like, let's just be honest. What are they really doing for you to help you get out of your old life? Not a damn thing. So why are you putting any energy into any of that nonsense? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense at all. You're hurting yourself, you're hurting your system, and you're hurting your spirit. All you need in life is yourself, a system, and your spirit. I'm being honest. And you know what? I just made that, but it's actually so true. That's all you need. When you have yourself, you have a job. Okay, you have a job. Okay, you need to work the job. How you gonna work the job? There's a system. Every job has a system. A system. When you get there, you learn it, or you make your own and your own business. But everyone has a system. Now, everyone has a thought process, a mind, a body, a spirit. How is your spirit gonna drive you? How's it gonna motivate you? How's it gonna give you enthusiasm? Like, what are you gonna do to really get that oomph when you can't get that oomph? You gotta give it to yourself. So if you take everyone else's opinion and run with it, that's 1,000 people's opinions that you're listening to other than your own. So now, every time you do something, you're going back to Jessica's opinion. You're going back to Michael's opinion. You're going back to James' opinion. What about Blade's opinion? What about Sean's opinion? I'm just being honest. Like, what about that? It's a real thing. Following people's opinion and thoughts. When you have your own dreams, goals, aspirations, you know what I'm saying? That's cloudy. That's messy. Y'all want to talk about messy? Y'all want to talk about messy? No soccer, huh? That's messy. I tell you that. Boom, boom, pow. Like, you just getting slapped around by your own thoughts, other people's opinions, and you stuck in this one place. Like you're in a box. Like you're in a mind. Can't speak. You're just moving. A mind. You're in a box. You see this? See this? So it's a rectangle. But you're in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? I got that song stuck in my head now. You know Miami. Got him what's up in the quarter. You wanna drink, baby? You know what I'm saying? But for real though, it takes one day for you to figure out what you really want to do in life and just go after it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. People make it super duper hard, bro. Make it dumb hard. You know what I'm saying? Discipline. That goes to self-control. What are you gonna do when, think about military men. Think about people who are in the military. You think they want to be there every day? They might. But what if they don't want to? How they gonna get through it? How they gonna have self-control and discipline? Because they chose to do that with their life. Now everybody has a decision, and everything can be beneficial in any type of way. I don't knock anybody who goes to the military. I wanted to go for benefits. You know what I'm saying? Just benefits alone. Benefits. If you don't know what job you want to do, career you want to do, if you even want to go to college. I had one of my good men tell me, I really feel like college isn't even really for me, but it's already too late. I kind of felt like that too once. And you kind of just got to figure out what you want in life. You want a degree. You want to know just one skill. Going to college is about mastering one thing. That's literally what it is. Everyone, like you go to trade school, you master a trade. You go to college, you master one thing. Now, you're not a master because you have a degree. You can be, depending on how much hours and work you put into it. There's people who will make films in school and only make films in school. There's people who make films in school and make films outside of school. You see the difference? Yeah. So it really depends on how much effort you put to master that skill. You can master it or you can just know how to do it. You can have a media production degree and only know how to set up a camera. But you don't know how to edit because you didn't put the effort to edit. You know what I'm saying? I decided to learn everything. Were some certain things learned at different times? Yes. But did I decide to learn everything? Yes, because I want to be able to have that for myself. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I mean, no funny. You gotta really understand. And I say no funny because at the end of the day, who's gonna laugh? Not you. You're gonna be sick in your stomach because of what you didn't do. So then when you see all that other stuff everyone's doing, you're like, eh. And that's not funny because you were actually sick because you didn't do what you could have. You could do anything you want. Today, tomorrow, yesterday. You could have did anything you wanted. You could have did anything you wanted to yesterday, but you didn't try. You know? That's a fact. Live off of facts. Don't live off of opinions. That's what I'll say. Write that down. Live off of facts, not opinions. If I'm in a business and my business is $4.1 billion worth and it's paid off, no, not in debt, and then you want to join and you're like, what's credible? Okay, well, we actually own the Land of Magic. What about that? Oh yeah, we actually have we work with Apple lawyers. What about that? Oh yeah, we are actually with people who have made the first multivitamin. Like, what about that? How long have you guys been around for? Since 1959. Who do you know who's older than that? Other than your grandma who was born in 1954, who's mine? That's what I only know. My grandma was born in 1954, and this business was born in 1959. My grandma's credible because I know her. This business is credible because I've been around for that long and has credibility behind it. So, what's stopping you from being in it? You just don't want to do the work. You're scared of what people think of you. Now you're being negative. Like, it's a full circle. It's a full circle. I'm so serious. It's a full circle. You surround yourself who you want, just like habits. You know what I'm saying? Move, goal, achieve. Yeah, say about it. Well, what is this? Stand, walk. So yeah, I'd have to walk around this whole joint for like an hour to get my goal. But you know what I'm saying? Achieving goals, not even trying, because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing. I'm always moving. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just how I am. There's days I don't want to go to sleep because I'm excited about tomorrow. A lot of people be like, go to sleep. I'm like, no, because I can just be planning for tomorrow. If you don't know what you're gonna do tomorrow, you already lost. Write that down. If you know what you're doing tomorrow, you already lost. You already lost if you don't know what you're doing tomorrow. I'm just being honest. If you don't write down that you got to get up at this time, take Billy to this place, and then meet Jimmy, you're not gonna meet anybody, and you're not gonna go nowhere. And you're probably just gonna do one thing. One thing. That's just honest. That's an honest truth. You're gonna only do one thing, and that's it. That's tough. I don't want to be like that. I want to achieve as much as I can possible. Sit there and say, "Poof, boy, I'm beat. Did I eat today? No, I didn't." You want to get home. Who cares what time it is? You want to make some food because you're hungry, and then you want to take your butt to sleep. Now, am I ever tired because I'm tired of doing things for myself? No. Every time I'm tired, I say I'm tired because I got to go to a stupid job tomorrow. That's why I'm tired. I'm tired because I have to go to sleep to wake up early for a job that one pays me whatever to do whatever for whoever. There's a lot of whatevers. You know what I mean? It's pretty foul if you think about it. You just, and people be like, oh, I don't want to do stuff because it's a pyramid scheme, or I don't want to work for somebody. Okay, well, go to your boss, keyword boss, and ask them, if you were to write a chart of structure of authority, what would it look like? It would be your boss up here, a couple other folk, maybe you right here, or you here. Now, if you look at it, what is that? A pyramid. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Yeah, you live in a pyramid scheme. Imagine not wanting to be a part of when you live that life every day. Every day. Think about it. Think about it. I'm just being real. So, I don't want to hear none of that. And that's why I always say, figure out what you want to do with your life, because it's only about your own growth. Those people will stay at that job as long as they want because they need that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Your friend gonna stay at that job as long as he wants because he knows he needs money. He knows he got to pay rent. He knows he got a kid. He knows he has a wife. He knows he had a family to feed. Okay, cool. Bro, I'm not really rocking with this. I've been doing it for a couple months. I'm not saying like I hate it, but it's like I know I could be doing a lot more with my time. Okay. Move some things around and make time for yourself. Plain and simple, actually. Plain and simple. You never ever have to, amount things to anything that don't give you quality. Write that down. Get quality out of things you do. Why would you go to the gym just to sit there? Why would you just go to the gym just to sit there? Think about it. Like, what are you getting out of that? Nothing. Not a darn thing. Nothing. I made this little medium. I like that. Yeah, baby. Hold on. You see it? Hey, yeah. Whoa. But yeah, like, come on now. You're not doing anything. Add quality to your life. Spiritual growth. I'm not saying you gotta be religious. Just be spiritual in some way. Understand what spiritual means and try to reach that. Don't just sow them to anything. That's being lazy. That's not achieving goals. That's not wanting to achieve life. You're just doing to do because you can. Who does that? Being so serious. Who does that? Who truly believes that that's what they want to do with their life? Not me. I'm good, home dog. I'm gonna figure it out my way and get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I got no reason to feel anything about how you feel because I know what I want out of life. So everything I do, I'm gonna do because I want to succeed way more than you have ever in your life. Now, do you know some tricks up your sleeve that I don't know? Of course. But if you don't teach me, if I don't teach myself, how we gonna get right? You know what I mean? How are we gonna achieve anything that anyone wants? You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna achieve anything if you don't have your own mindset behind your own goals? That's just the realest thing. See, look. It's one thing to truly understand yourself, but it's another to conquer yourself. If you don't conquer yourself, the man will conquer you. Write that down. If you don't conquer yourself, man will conquer you. Now, you may be a woman and be like, what are you talking about? Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Land was created by man. So land is man. So if you let the land, the world, control you, and you don't control yourself, you're being conquered by man. I'm just being honest. And there's women out there who, okay. But if you look at your of life, man is controlling everything like you're a puppet. I just want you to know. Controlling your sleep schedule, when you look at your phone, when you eat, when you go to the bathroom, where you work at. What are you controlling? What are you controlling? It's a genuine question. I don't think a lot of people understand what that question means. Or why is it even a question? Why is it a question? Because it's real. They do anything and say, what are you controlling? Now for me, my rent, my bills, I'm controlling how much money I make monthly, weekly. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I'm controlling because I have a goal. Now you may say, well, I can't do this much here and there. Okay. Then do a career shift. How about that? My mentor told me, he was like, bro, I know you want to, do what you want in your field, but sometimes you just got to pay the bills. Imagine that. Imagine thinking that you went to school to be a doctor or a lawyer. You're not getting no gig, no job, no nothing. Now, granted, doctors and lawyers, they pretty good. They get set up pretty well. So imagine you computer science engineer, right? They get set up pretty well too. But imagine you computer science engineer, and the industry is flooded with coders and all this good stuff. Don't you think you might have to work in sales once in your life to get that computer science degree job? Don't you think you had to work as a maybe you like always had a passion to be a firefighter too? I'm a man of many hats, many trades. Okay, you can be a firefighter. You can code on the side and trade. You're being productive. That sounds pretty good to me. I don't know. I could be making films as my passion, and then be a swim director that pays me $50 an hour. You can get paid $50 an hour to teach kids chess? Yeah, but you didn't know that. Everybody wants to do this and that. Imagine teaching kids chess, how to play a mindful, solid game, and you're getting paid about $50 an hour. Now, everybody who play chess in this chat, you gonna go look up them jobs now, aren't you? Exactly. Because you just don't know what's out there. You're too stuck. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not saying that this is not me. I'm not saying I'm doing this. I'm not saying I'm always right or I know what I'm doing. I don't. That's what you have mentors for. You have people who guide you, who literally want to see you grow as a person, and they show you what to do and not to do because they've done it before. That's a real person. That's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? People get in relationships and you may be with somebody who never had a father figure, right? So now you're their father figure in a sense because they just love you that much. That's how they see you as a person. Are you babying them? Are you know what I'm saying? Are you telling them to go to sleep at a certain time? Are you, washing their backs? Are you changing their no? Now you can wash their back. That's nice. But I'm just saying, like, you're thinking too deep into it. And it's also like people think it's being a crutch. You're not being a crutch. You're being there for that person because they need you in a time of need. That's just real. You're being what you're supposed to be for that person because they need you. That's real. That's a relationship. That's a relationship. If I have a mentor, they're gonna be for me in a certain way because it's a relationship that we have with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's all about relationships. If we still stuck on our phones, too stuck on, I didn't have this growing up, so I don't know what that looks like, so I don't want it. Like, what? You don't want it? No, baby, you need it. You actually need it even more now. The fact that you don't even know what that feels like, you should want to know. You know what I'm saying? I strive for that. I want to know what it feels like to have a wonderful woman cook me food, take care of me, and at the end of the night, we just lay and understand that we support each other in the best way possible. That's a goal of mine. People out here who are scared to even, I get it, but people are scared to have kids. People are scared to make life. Now, I get it. I'm saying I get it because there's, for one, the world we're living in right now is treacherous. It's treacherous. It's beyond anyone's thought process. We got AI. We got Nazis, racists. We got Trump supporters. We got UFOs, cowboys, Indians. You know what I'm saying? There's just look anywhere. There's something there that you're confused about. I'm just being honest. And the more you actually ask for clarification or guidance, the more you will actually feel better with yourself. It's not, now I feel kind of slow, or I don't want them to think little of me. Why would they do that? They should love you, actually. They should cherish you enough to want to do that. That's a relationship. That's love. That's real love. Love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real love. That's how it should be. That's probably like the most romantic thing I would ever want from somebody, is to sit me down and tell me about myself. So at the end of the day, I'm you because of you, and you're me because of me. Like, literally, we're trying to be each other's own safe space. So imagine I'm trying to be a safe space for somebody, they're not telling me what's safe. That's dark. How are we gonna grow? How are we gonna learn anything? How are we gonna thrive how are we gonna get through any battle? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna go through any battle? We're not gonna get through any battle because you don't want to explain your struggles. That's just real. If you don't speak up and say, all right, I might have a little problem with this, it could be anything. It's just communication. You gotta communicate with somebody other than yourself, because you obviously don't want to tell nobody how you feel. So that's why people have therapists. People have, like therapists. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why people actually have jobs to help others feel and express, because people tend to not do that because they don't know how, or they don't want to, because they're scared of how people will look at them, or they're scared about people will understand them. Well, if I understand that you need help, I'm gonna help you get that. I would never just hold you back because I think you can do it by yourself, or because I think I'm not strong enough to help you. If I wasn't strong enough to help you, I wouldn't have signed that dotted line and say, yeah, we getting married. Plain and simple. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't think I could help you, I would not be here. I would not be with you in this living room. We wouldn't be at this altar. We wouldn't have this kid. That's just real. I'm just being honest. If I didn't think we could do this, why am I here? Real rap. So everything you're thinking is not realistic. You're just putting in your brain and going back and forth with some thought process, you know. You're going back and forth with some thought process. Going back and forth with that. It's good. But you know what I'm saying? That's real. People do that every day because they're scared. We gotta stop being scared, man. We gotta stop being scared. There's too much at stake, you know. We literally get stuck at being comfortable. We just went right into the next one. I don't even gotta. You see how points just be smacking so hard because you understand, like, my words come out so clean because I understand how people think. You know, when you work in sales, when you become a salesperson, when you work in marketing, when you have a degree where you're supposed to make persuasive and informative information, you have to learn audiences, personal finance, what they teach you, demographic, all that. Who's your demographic? Who's your audience? Who do you want to speak to? Everyone has an audience on social media. Audiences are everywhere. Everywhere. Audience. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just there for you to understand. And people don't want to understand the audience. You can play with one audience, not understand, and move to the next one. Yeah, I mean, I just can't get the bikers to mess with me, bro. I guess I gotta go get the skateboarders. Okay, then go to the skateboarders. Okay, they don't like you, go to the rollerbladers. Okay, they don't like you, go back to the bikers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure something out for yourself. And you can't stay comfortable. That's what it is. People want to stay comfortable in the fact that they don't know. Why would you want to stay comfortable in the unknown? That's a dark place. That's a dark place. I'll tell you that. I was there for a long time, stuck, because I didn't want to understand or ask. That's another thing. Some just don't ask. They don't want to ask. They're scared to ask. They're confused why they had to ask. Why I gotta ask this? You know, they just know what I want. What? They should just know what you want. Okay. So when you're crying every night, confused about your feelings, I should know what you want. That makes sense, right? No, it doesn't. I was gonna ask y'all to answer it, but it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm not gonna do that. That don't make a darn sense. Not a lick. I don't make a lick of sense at all. You're just driving yourself deeper and deeper and deeper because you want to not speak up, not figure it out, not want to talk about it. And granted, like, we get it, it happens, but it's like, when you want to know, or when you want to get help, you know what I'm saying? And this happens all the time to any people. You could be any age. Young, old. You know what I'm saying? It happens to everybody because people just get stuck and being stuck. Imagine being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's the same thing with being stuck. Being stuck. You don't know how to be. You don't know how to get out being sick and tired. You're sick and tired. So you just keep being sick and tired. You keep trying to thug it out. How you gonna thug it out? I don't know. I'm just gonna thug it out. Okay, well, you wanna ask somebody how to thug it out? Nah, I'm just gonna thug it out. Okay, but how you gonna thug it out? You know what I'm saying? Like, even that statement alone, it doesn't make any sense. So you're just gonna thug it out because you're gonna thug it out. All right, cool. So when you need help, let me know. Nah, I'm good. I don't need help. You don't need help? Nah, I'm good. Okay. So you got it. Yeah, I got it. All right. 10 weeks later. Man, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Why is nobody helping me? Bro, I thought you was gonna figure it out. Bro, I told you I was gonna figure it out. Okay, did you figure it out? No. Okay, so why didn't you ask for help? It's plain and simple. You know what I mean? Just being honest. I'm being dumb honest. How you gonna figure it out if you don't want to figure it out? It makes no sense, right? Artists don't do that. If they want to make a song, they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure out what beat they need, who they need to make the beat, who's gonna sing on the song. Are they gonna sing on it? Maybe so, maybe not. But they gonna figure it out. Why? Because they want to make that song. It's just like that. Imagine trying to make a song with your life. And your song is produced over the years. You may get a drummer or instrument here. You may get a beat here. You may get a songwriter here. You may get a lyric here. One day, the drummer might leave. The songwriter might leave. You might have lost your tune. So what are you going to do to get that back? You going to look for other people to help you? Or are you just going to figure it out yourself? How'd you get there in the first place? You know what I'm saying? It's just quality mindset, quality thinking. Look at this chat. Look at this chat. Look at this chat. Look at this chat. Bye. Here we go. 3, 2. Hey you. Hey you. Hey you. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta tell you about my story from this weekend because it was amazing. First weekend where I conquered not myself but my friends. I didn't have to stick up for myself. They respected me. It's a difference. You gotta stick up if you gotta stick up for something within your friends, they don't respect you. But if they know who you are as a person and see that you're trying to be different and change, and then respect you for that, that's the best feeling in the world. So imagine you with people you grew up with for your life. These are homeboys, right? Homeboys. And you trying to change yourself. You know, you may try to cut back on a diet. Or, you know, I'm only drinking water today, guys. You know, anything. Or you're just not trying to drink. What if you're not trying to drink? What if you're just trying to eat food, relax, and not drink? Imagine that. Imagine that. And imagine you have friends who don't understand it, right? Genuinely confused. Oh, bro, you don't want to drink? Oh, okay. Wait, bro, you don't want to drink? Because, of course, past you has been drinking, indulging. all that good stuff, bad stuff. They ask you, bro, you don't wanna drink? Nah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Go ahead, bro. It's not hurting me. You know what I mean? Cool, go ahead. And they look at you in awe. They look at you shocked, but also intrigued because you're not only changing their perspective about you, but you're also changing their perspective on life. That's the craziest thing I could ever think of. That's the most powerful thing I could ever think of. Imagine you're changing your man's perspective on life. Your good man's. From day one. He's sitting there watching you be a whole different human being. Whole spirit. He can just feel it. But he's so confused, you know? But deep down, you know that he knows that you want something bigger and better. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I applaud anybody in any friend group who looks at you and respects you for that, honestly. Because that is the number one thing that you want from a friend. Not just from a friend, but a friend group. That's what you want from a friend group. You know, you could have had one friend who does that. Everybody just has one friend that does stuff like that. But imagine you got a friend group. You know? That's amazing. That's amazing, truthfully. It really is. So look. That's all I had to speak about. That was my TED Talk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? 1 hour and 2 minutes. It took me 1 hour and 2 minutes to make this food, to express myself, and I hope I gave some clarity to somebody, some people, to just be different, do something different every day. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that I love myself. I love the fact that I love God, and I love the fact that God gives me a brain to understand what I want out of myself and life. It's the best feeling in the world. And the more you feel that within yourself, the more you understand that everything is not what it seems. Everything is not what it really is. It's not. Relationships are not what they're like. Friendships are not what they're like. Jobs aren't what they like. You control a lot of things in your path. A lot. And the more you truly like understand that, the more you will actually understand that you have the power to change something that you did yesterday, and you don't have to do it tomorrow. You know how people say, oh, I'm a cut turkey. I'm gonna cut a cold turkey. What do you mean, man? Bro, I'm just about to cut cold turkey. I don't cold, like, okay, do it. See what happens. I challenge everybody. I was at the barbershop today, and this kid talking about, I just can't wait till I get a tutor so I can just be on my phone all day. I said, I wish my son said that. I wish my son said that. I'm like, what are you talking about, bruh? You're ridiculous. That's crazy, right? What do you mean by that? That's diabolical, low key. If I ever heard my son, my nephew, my little cousin talking about some, I just can't wait till I get tutored so I can just be on my phone all day. What? Like, for one, you're cooked. Because you're cooked. Like, what? I said, hey man, I said, you like STEM? He said, what? I said, what are your hobbies? This man's about to go to 6th grade. I said, what are your hobbies? He said, I like football. I'm like, okay. Average Black American kid answer. Of cool. I liked football too. I loved football actually. I like football now. There's a difference, right? There's a complete difference. I loved football, but I like it now, right? So I'm talking to this dude because now we all have an intervention because this man's about to go to the 6th grade and he over here talking about girlfriends and phones. Like, nigga, if you don't look up how to play with some Legos and go outside, like what? That's the only thing I was doing at that age. Going outside. I was literally playing every sport possible because I understood what it felt like to be outside. Not just outside the club, but outside doing something productive. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, you need to stop playing and pick up a book. I said that. I said, you need to stop playing and pick up a book. Man was like, you look so confused. Why are you confused? What are you confused about? It's a book. You need to go pick up a book. He ain't believe me. I was like, bro, I've read about 5 books in the month of April. I've read 2 books in the month of May. I said, I challenge you. I said, look, I'm just a normal black dude to this kid. Just a normal black dude. Just sitting there. We both getting our haircuts. We both being consumers. You know what I'm saying? I said, if you read Summer, I will give you $100. So serious. I'm so serious. Because I believe in the youth. Not because they're cooked, but because they have substance, but they use it on other things. Now, if you have a younger sibling, cousin, niece, nephew, you understand what I'm talking about. They have substance, but they use it on completely other things that make no sense. Right? I told books, give me a summer in all 3, and I'll give you $100. My barber like, bruh, the second you done, I will call him for you. I'm so serious. The second you're done, I'll call him for you. I'm so serious. I said, yeah, I'm serious too. Then my barber's like, bro, yeah, I'm trying to get back on my reading too, man. My barber's 20. Got a kid. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna get back on my reading too, man. Like, I've been reading this book, this book, this book. He even put me onto a website where you can just get free books. You know how many audibles I've been buying with Amazon Prime? I mean, granted, Amazon gave them to me, but you know how many audibles I've been buying? Crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna take him up on that offer for sure. But the boy whose graduation is tomorrow from the 5th grade, I said read just 3 books. Now, did we shake on it? No. You think he's gonna read that? I don't know. But honestly, if he did it, I'd give him $100 because that's how much I want him to succeed. Literally. There's no reason you're in 6th grade talking about girlfriends and phones. Now, you see women, you know, that's what the age you start feeling things about girls, but bruh, what are you doing? Come on, man. In 6th grade, I was trying to get a bag. I was watching YouTube on every sports player I loved, outside till crack or whatever. Like, come on, man. Let's really just tighten up. I just got this new book right now. This is what I'm reading right now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's just my story time because it hurt my heart to hear it, but also just like put fire under my feet because it's like, boy, if you know what I'm saying, like what? Like no. So all I gotta say, chat, I'm about to tear this food up, boy, oh boy. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when Jesus was. Whoa. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, happy day. But nah, for real. Like I said, chat, if you need to go back, listen to this again, do it. Watch it again. If you miss something, I'm gonna put it on YouTube anyway, so go watch it. But I just really hope y'all learn something, because I learn something every day about myself, about society, about God. So remember, self, strategy, spirit. That's all you need. Play it out.